A while back, probably about a year now, I did a lesson called Riding with the Wind. You know, so you get that G. And it was basically my take on all of the live Little Wing intros that I've heard from like the... those really cool things, you know, and somebody asked if I could touch on the solo, talk about the solo a little bit. As far as getting into the solo, it's really a free form solo, you know. Jimmy had that line where he mimics, you know, the vocal part of it, but that is pretty self-explanatory and pretty easy to figure out. A lot of it just has to do with bending your vibrato into pitch and basically humming the do 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 do. It's just following that cadence. Some of the little intricate parts were like the sliding forward. To combine Jimmy and Stevie's version is really cool, and you know, it's in the E minor. Jimmy rides between, you know, the minor. You know, so there's a lot of cascading between major, minor, and you can definitely hear that in the solo. Much like the solo with the Wind Cries Mary, much like, you know, Bold as Love solo. A lot of those solos really... Jimmy started as a sideman, and he had to play over the chord changes, you know, and when you get something that would go... You know, he's having to play the majors and the minors over that, you know. So I'll just walk you through the stuff that I played there, and you can kind of pick it apart and apply it to yourself. It's this really cool kind of passage. I'm going to focus on this one passage that contains quite a few bits. And yeah, we'll get into it now, and I'll talk you through it. So we're going to look at the chord changes first, playing this entire passage. First, this passage is going to start at the B minor. So right when that B hits, he does this cool. So you're hammering on the G string 12 to 14. Slide up to the 16. Bring it right back to the 12th. Then you're going to take that same G string, bend the 14th fret up a half a bit. You're going to grab the B string, and you're going to do this little trill between 12 and 13. So far we have... Then out of that, you're going to grab the G string on the 12th, and you're going to bend the B string on the 15th fret up to E. Then you're going to go to the G string on the 12th, and you're going to bend the B string on the 15th fret up to E. So instead of doing that, we're going to bend. Now, this is a really cool part where Jimmy kind of stole his rhythm tricks from. If you listen to any kind of country song, Honky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Stones, you'll hear a chord sounding like this. So that's essentially a G chord. But instead of doing that, you're kind of creating that dissonance, you know, that like a B bender on a telly. A lap steel trick is very. So it's in G. You know, what notates it in G is your roots here. So it's basically, if you wanted to walk through it, is. So if you apply that to a Little Wing solo, after we go through the. Here we go with the G, F, C, and you know, it's easy to find out where you are because of your root. You're always grabbing the root. So this is your G here. Instead of going that works if you're playing, you know, in your own style, playing your own way, putting your own spin on it. But that part of that solo takes that country bend. So you can hear where it's very country-esque, but Jimmy applies it to those chord changes. He applies it from the G to the F to the C to the D. So you get. So we start. The great thing is there's nothing saying this is how it has to be played. Especially somebody like Jimi Hendrix would be the biggest advocate to take something in, receive it, and then make it his own. You know, this is just basically if somebody wants to chisel apart that Little Wing, or, you know, get a good idea for how, you know, some of those parts go. It's a great guideline, but it's not. There's nothing saying this is how it has to be. You can take this, receive it, and you can add your own notes in. And if it works for you, you add it in there. It's just to give you an idea of a cool country lick incorporated in a rock and roll song, you know, by probably, you know, the world's heaviest guitar player, you know, the most influential guitar player. But it just goes to show you in a song like that, he was pulling inspiration from everything he heard, you know. That's my take on a little bit of the licks inside Little Wing. I don't mind doing like a Hendrix lick or a Stevie lick if you guys want to view that. I mean, there's tons of stuff out there on YouTube, and you know, you can watch it in the videos, but if there's anything I can tap into to give you guys an idea of how something's getting done, I have no problem doing it. Just leave it in the comments below. I want to thank all the views and all the recent subscribers. The Philip Sace interview seemed to go pretty well, and I had a lot of positive feedback from that. Philip was extremely happy, and I just want to thank you guys for helping me support what I like to do, you know, because this is a hobby for me. I don't do it for money. I'm not getting paid from it. This is just something I find a lot of fun in doing, and I enjoy sharing this with everybody. So yeah, there's a look into Little Wing. I got some more stuff coming. Maybe doing a vintage guitar unboxing at the end of the week if everything goes the way I plan. And yeah, we just got a lot of really cool stuff. I got some announcements coming, some really cool ventures, and yeah, God bless Jimi Hendrix, God bless you guys, and yeah, it's Little Wing. What can you do? I'll throw in a little bonus too. That closing part with the wah-wah that he does at Winterland, I think is... I'll leave that one for you guys to pick out yourself. Peace!